It may be a new year, but beware the brightness of the lights because they are dangerous. This is Adamgelion, and I was like, what is an Adamgelion? What's a Jellion? And hey, unless you want to look it up on Google yourself, I'll let you know. It's apparently a river, according to J.R.R. Tolkien, or is bright lights. Hence the intro. Ba-ba. Yeah. So anyways, Adamgelion, it's a 3D action roguelike shooter, bullet hell. They are super popular for a long time, had many clones appear. So you're a young sorceress fighting dark forces, and you're trying to save the world. So it's the typical save the world plotline. Yeah, not necessarily bad, just cliche. So you destroy the enemies with your fireballs and lightning. From what I saw, typical story of like conquer the 20 levels in the game and you're gonna save the world. It's arena style gameplay, randomly generated levels, run around in circles, avoid getting hit, okay? And the enemies from what I saw are typical skeleton and mages. I saw guys with clubs, I don't know, cavemen or claymation or clay enemies like Power Rangers. Really early pixel graphics. It's like Super Nintendo early graphics. Think Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. It's like that. So, and then the bad. The game has disappeared in less than a year from the Steam store. That's usually a bad sign, okay? It's not playable since I made it a game for this week. I think a few months ago, 3 to 6 months ago. I was busy, sadly. I've only had time to make the videos now after the Christmas rush, and discovered the game just crashes. I can hear music, the music sounds good, but the game just crashes. So without, unfortunately more info, the game just disappeared from the Steam store. So it's like it never existed except for the one trailer that's out there. So that's a bad sign, again. So could be a quick cash grab, no offense to the developer, but like this game came and went. So usually I like these games when the games are levels are randomly generated. Not so much, but I can tolerate them sometimes. So I find the gameplay suffers. The game feels like a meaningless short burst excursion, which I don't mind depending again on the situation. The game looks okay. Again, early Super Nintendo graphics. Looks like it landed with a quiet thud and then was removed for some reason. Maybe it had malware. Usually that's the reason things got to get removed. Some other reason that maybe the developer took a hissy fit. That's also something that has happened, surprisingly. So yeah, there's no reviews anywhere on this game. Like, I feel like I'm the only one that's going to review this game. This has happened before, but I don't mind doing that. So just the one game trailer. This is the type of game that got super popular on the internet, years ago, and you could sort of see them still being popular. And there's been a resurgence of them in the last few years over Steam. Brotato, which I reviewed a while ago, I think 6 to 12 months ago. And then the biggest hit, Vampire Survivors, which I also reviewed, really made them popular. But I feel like Vampire Survivors really put it into the mainstream. So Adamgelion is jumping on the wagon, but it clearly does not do, nothing new, nothing particularly interesting, unfortunately. It's got some cool particle effects, but that's it. The enemies are kind of like, they're there. There's a bunch of shapes you attack with your, lightning and whatever. But that's it. Like, honestly, with the game crashing, like, I could be me and give it a 0 out of 10, but, it looks okay. I'd be proud of it if I made a game, and it looks playable. If they could fix the technical issues, I would give it a 4 out of 10 at best. But just with Vampire Survivors being so good, with the expansion packs being cheap, like $2, whatever each, the competition is just too far-fetched to recommend this. So, Jellion, into the night, keep on gaming, bye.